to sell him at the right price isn't really part of Ruben Amorim's plans. I think what he's actually done is, over the last few games, he's shown a willingness to adapt. He's improved his defensive duties. So I do think that he's showing that if he stays, he can find a way to work in Amorim's system, which is the opposite of Marcus Rashford, because they were both dropped from that squad against Manchester City for Amorim not being happy with their professionalism. Rashford's not been involved since. He was an unused substitute to make up the numbers once. But Garnacho, Amorim's happy with what he's seen from him and has included him and played him and has spoken quite highly of him. Napoli and Chelsea interested in him. Napoli haven't engaged United about him yet. Chelsea haven't engaged United about him yet. Napoli think he's too expensive, so are considering other options. It's one that could be decided quite late on.
He's a here we go, but this boy is a fantastic talent, fantastic prospect for the future. The future of Chelsea is with many deals, many things happening, so let's go step by step. First of all, Ben Chilwell, medical booked tomorrow morning at Crystal Palace, waiting on some final details of the contract. It's about the salary coverage, but Ben Chilwell will play for Crystal Palace if nothing goes wrong on Monday, and so new exit imminent for Chelsea with Chilwell to Crystal Palace. Anselmino agreement, Chelsea Olympique Marseille on a loan deal, no buy option, salary covered, but now depends on how Chelsea want to manage the international loan spots. So that's going to be a crucial thing to control on Monday for Chelsea. Disasi agreement, Chelsea Tottenham. You can tell me, yes, Tottenham already signed a centre-back, Kevin Danso from Lens. What I can tell you is that Tottenham want one more because Dragusin injury is very serious, and so they are trying for Disasi. Agreement with Chelsea, loan deal, no buy option, big loan fee, but the player, as of now, midnight, is still not accepting Tottenham. They are pushing from the club to see what happens with Disasi, but why he's not accepting? Because he wanted to go to Aston Villa, play Champions League football. He spoke to Unai Emery, but Chelsea are saying no to Aston Villa for João Felix and for Disasi, because they are seen as direct competitors for the Champions League spot in the Premier League. And so let's see what's going to happen with this story, if Chelsea will accept, if the players will change their mind, but for sure Disasi and João Felix, two stories to watch on deadline day. Carney Chukwuemeka goes to Borussia Dortmund, is a here we go, agreement done on loan. The buy option clause at the end will be there, but will be even above the release clause, £40 million, so more than this. That's why it looks really unlikely, but it's still a loan deal, an interesting signing for Borussia Dortmund. Many clubs were interested in Carney, in Italy, in England, in France, and also in Portugal with Porto, but Carney is going to Borussia Dortmund, preparing for the medical test. Then more to say about Chelsea, guys. Exclusive story from today. Chelsea are still looking for a midfielder. They made contact, from what I'm told, with Manchester City for Nico O'Reilly, this talented young midfielder. Chelsea see him as a top talent. Direct contact with Man City. What's the point? You remember when I gave you the exclusive story 1 year and a half ago, Cole Palmer to Chelsea from Manchester City. That was a big story, a shocking story. I still remember for me how special that was, because it was completely unexpected, but that story changed now the management from Manchester City on this kind of deals. And so now City don't want to lose the control on Nico O'Reilly in case he goes to Chelsea on a permanent transfer. My information is that Chelsea will be prepared to pay an important transfer fee for Nico O'Reilly, but now City are still requesting for a buyback clause or matching rights. So let's see how they can manage it. Chelsea are also assessing other options. Among them, keep an eye on Amougou, midfielder from Saint-Etienne, French, talented player who is in the list for Strasbourg, but now also Chelsea are considering to bring him to the club immediately. So let's see what Chelsea will decide to do. These are two names in the list, not the only ones. Is gonna be interesting to see what Chelsea decide to do in the final hours of the transfer market. At the moment, guys, I'm still receiving many questions on the future of a Chelsea player, Christopher Nkunku, linked with Manchester United. My information is that at the moment there are no concrete movements for Nkunku, and my information, as of today, if tomorrow changes, I will let you know, is that Nkunku doesn't want to leave on loan. So if some club arrives, deadline day, pay big money, I don't know, 60, 65, 70 million pounds, and sign the player on a permanent transfer, never say never. But loan deal is not expected to be attractive for the player. So the links between Nkunku and Man United on loan are something that at the moment I can't confirm. We will see tomorrow what happens. We will see what happens also with Matistel, one of the biggest stories of this final week. Now, what's going on? We are having completely different reports, guys. At 1 hour we hear it's over with Man United, 1 hour we see he shows Man United, many different stories from different countries, from different colleagues, and obviously we respect all the informations. My information is that at this time, Matistel is still pushing for a loan move. Bayern, on their side, are still insisting for a permanent move, loan with obligation or permanent.
For them.
Yes, it'll be interesting to see the justification, because here's the thing. If he's good enough for Chelsea, why is he not good enough for Manchester United? Why are you not looking at other players that you would sacrifice? Now, the
Chelsea
argument...
have other issues that they need to solve,
exactly.
So why are they even looking at Garnacho?
I totally agree. I think as far as Garnacho is concerned, £70 million, quite justifiably, United turned their noses up at Jared Branthwaite when Everton quoted him £70 million for that defender, and they've been vindicated on that. I'm not